We're continuing on our journey up what I like to call the chakra tree, which is really that tree of life, tree of liberation, tree of knowledge, tree of wisdom, tree of getting to know ourselves, tree of being grounded and rooted, being in our heart, allowing our leaves to shimmer in the wind and make some rustling noises. It's also us coming inside and seeing, and this is where we are, and it's also connecting to spirit. And what's really interesting, as I was doing this, I was just being reminded, the astrology at the moment, it's really interesting. It's, well, we have like the Pluto and Saturn thing going on. That's been going on for a while. When Pluto is in this conjunction, it brings a lot of awakening and great change that we'll always remember. And we can look back in astrology, we can always see in history, like there's been an actual tie in with things that have happened in the past with these conjunctions. Also, we have tomorrow the Sagittarius moon. So if you, well, we all got Sagittarius in our chart for sure. If you're sun sign Sag, if you're moon sign Sag, it may be amplified. I'm a moon Sag, which I think is funny, because Sag is like to just like blurt out things. In a way, I don't know. I like to talk. Maybe I like to talk. So we have this full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, which means that, and it's a partial eclipse. We won't see it here, but it's from like Africa and Asia to Australia. They'll see this partial eclipse. And when there's a lunar eclipse, it's the shadow of Earth is shining on the moon. And so, we've seen it before where the moon goes red when it's full eclipse or lunar eclipse. So it's a powerful time. Eclipse energy is about letting go. For us to get more into who we are, truly is about us letting go of who we think we are, and even what we think we're supposed to do. And all those words I think are important. But while I was touching my forehead earlier on, I was being reminded in this astrology, there's this, with the moon, the full moon, there's this aspect with what they call the great attractor. The great attractor is like a force in our, I guess, galaxy. And it has a strong gravitational pull, so it pulls things into it, great attractor. And then they say you can see where it is on your chart too, how that affects you too. But it's the center of precognition, so the ability to foretell future, if you will. For all of us now, because it's having this aspect to the full moon, we all have this ability now to precog the future, to see a new future. And it's interesting that Sag is all about high perspective. This energy that we're moving with is bringing us to this place of higher vision, higher perspective, and not being in the mind, because the mind is what blocks the energy. So we have to be clear. And when I teach healing, I tend to try and teach this particular piece that's been shared with me, and it's taken me for my whole entire lifetime to figure out, and I'm still figuring it out, is to be the hollow bone, to be completely free of ego in all ways. And being human, that's probably one of our most challenging pieces. So eclipse is asking us to eclipse out of our life. So since we're working with this chakra tree and this chakra energy and the color indigo, and coming to this place of the Ajna Chakra, which is that place of our inner sight, our intuitions, intuiting, precognition. So that's interesting what's happening. And also a new mind, ability to see. Let us lay down on our back with our knees. We probably did this on Tuesday too. So lay down on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor, and then your knees kind of fall into each other. And we'll place our hands, one hand on the heart, one hand on the tummy, and then walk your feet out and let the knees fall in, if I haven't said that. We have to become still. This is the medicine of this time, is to become still with inside of ourselves, so that we can have that cognition of that higher vision. We can see that vision and envision it into the world. And that's what I feel like we've been asked to do. Sagittarius is the bring of the truth. It's about expansion. It's about new adventures, new possibilities. So we can invite in that Sagittarian energy too into the space. So find where your hands rest on your body. And breathe in. And breathe out. And I want this for you to feel like this moment is for healing. So connect with your breath. And wherever you're on your breath cycle, press all your breath out. Squeeze the breath out completely. And then start to take a slow inhale through the nose. And then just open the mouth and just sigh the breath out. You do that a couple times as you breathe in through the nose. Fill your belly with your breath, your chest, your lungs, your body, your mind. And then as you exhale, let it all go. And with every out breath, you eclipsing out of your mind all things not needed to think about at this time. This is your time. Self-care is so essential. And keep breathing. And again, this time is for your healing. So allowing, as we empty the mind, you can imagine as your head rests on the earth, all your thoughts become earth. Almost earth draws them in like a great attractor, becomes her fertilizer, and she recycles all these old thoughts, these past thoughts. And she recycles it through her mineral kingdom, allowing it to be that fuel, that prana that allows nature to grow and become so beautiful, so green, so pink, so red, so blue, so brown, so green, so indigo, so violet, all colors. All your thoughts that no longer serve you, just out the mind. And any stress that you feel that you're holding in your body, as you breathe out, see all that tension just out. I'm going to do this a couple more times. I'm going to breathe in through the nose. And so when you breathe out, just purse your lips like as if rounded lips, and just blow the breath out through the lips. As you get to the bottom of the breath, straight away start inhaling. Get to the top of that inhale, straight away you start exhaling. Keep that breath cycle. So the breath is circular, never stops. So as you inhale all the way, get to the top, straight away you exhale through those pursed lips. As you feel it's good, just switch your hands around or place them anywhere else in your body, wherever it's needed. Let your eyes hang back into the back of your head, almost drop back. And you can imagine in your mind that as you breathe in, the breath has a color. Let's give it that indigo color, like the night sky, and it's speckled with gold flecks and stars that shimmer at us. So the mind gets wild and imaginative as you breathe that in. You can see that night sky fill the body up. And again, as you blow out, anything no longer needed. The back of your head relaxes, the back of your shoulders, your hands, your knees, your legs, your feet, your toes. As we empty for one more breath, this mind completely empty. Breathe in fully. And then let the breath go and empty yourself fully. Stay empty just for a moment, be quiet. And then when you need to, you start to inhale again. When you exhale, just exhale. And take 2 more deep breaths. Next inhale, you're going to pull the knees to your chest. One hand on one knee, one hand on the other, and gently rock side to side, massaging your lower spine. If you have any SI joint stuff or anything in your lower back, just take care. See what your back needs. Maybe hips need to be, your pelvis needs to be rounded more forward, or maybe it needs to be a little bit more lax. Whatever feels right to you. Remember, this is about you intuiting, connecting with the senses of yourself, your more sensual self. That's what our intuition invites us to be, more sensual with ourselves. Slow the rocking down from side to side, coming all the way back to center, and be still for a moment. Again, we want to elongate these moments of stillness. Keep pulling the knees to the chest. Now as you inhale, right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. So as you inhale, press the knees into your hands to straighten your arms. As you exhale, pull the knees to your chest. You do that a couple more times. You're going to slow the breath down to about a count of 5 as you inhale. As you exhale, pull the knees to your chest, taking your time here, no rush. Let your feet be relaxed, your back of your head relaxed. Moving with your breath, your inhale, straighten your arms by pressing the knees. Exhale, knees to chest. Couple more. Maybe your breath is elongated, maybe it's a count of 6 or 7 or even 8. Whichever you're breathing is perfectly right. Again, finding, sensing inside. Next time you pull the knees to the chest, you're going to hold the knees in. Press all your breath out and do a little sit-up. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Wrap your arms tightly around your shins. Grab onto opposite elbow. Stay here. Empty your breath. Slowly release the head down as you lengthen the legs up towards the sky. Hands come behind the kneecaps. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the knees to the chest. Inhale, you're going to straighten the legs. Flex the toes, spread the toes wide open. Exhale, bend the knees to the chest. Inhale, straighten the legs. We'll do this a couple more times. When you lift the legs up, look at the feet, spread the toes wide open. Remember, the toes are related to your head. Move slowly here. Knees to chest, and then straighten out. Knees to chest, and straighten out. Knees to chest. And one more time, you're going to inhale, straighten out. Exhale all your breath out. Inhale, reach your hands towards your feet. Your shoulders and head is still on the mat. Exhale all your breath out. Inhale here. Now exhale, peel your head and your shoulders off the mat. Reach towards your toes. You can touch your toes. Stay here and breathe. Spread your toes wide open so you can touch your toes. It's a little abdominal exercise, right? Let's take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Smooth out your breath. You can close your eyes. Take your first 2 fingers, and if you can, you're going to interlace them around your big toes, or you just hold them to the side of your legs. Open up your legs, bring your head back down towards the mat. And like a happy baby, and if your knees need to be bent, let them be bent. If you want to just hold on the outside part of your legs, you can do so. Whatever you can access. Find whatever feels comfortable. And then again, rock side to side. So we're just connecting to our body. Keep your legs straight. Reach your hands straight up towards the sky. And then between your legs, breathe in here. And as you exhale, you're going to sit up and stay here and breathe. Spread your legs wide. Close your eyes and just breathe. Oops. Let's take 2 more big breaths. And 1 more big breath. Bring the legs together. Keep your shoulders off the mat so you can touch your toes. And then keep holding to your legs or your toes. Bring your head down. So you can bring your legs towards your face. A little bit of a hamstring stretch. And bend your knees. Bring your first 2 fingers under the creases of the knees. You're going to rock, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 times, whatever you need, from the nape of the neck to the base of the spine. Each time finding a little bit of balance. And take your time. It doesn't matter how many you do, so don't bother counting. When we're out of our intuition, we're in our mind, we're in that mental mind. Let's release. When we're over intellectual, you block our intuition. You need to be a little bit more creative, more that right brain. Even though the intuition requires equal balance. A couple more. Next, let me come up. Let's stay up. I think I moved like off the camera here. I just bring myself back. Pull your knees to your chest. Your fingers can be on the mat. Squeeze your knees into your chest. You're trying to bring them right to your chest. So we're finding that lower abdominal muscle. Stay here and breathe. You're going to cross your right leg over your left. Bring your hands next to you. You can bring your tips of your toes down so you can lift your bottom off the mat just for a moment. And bring it down and lift your toes off the mat. There we go. You do that again. You bring your toes down so you can lift your bottom off the mat. Bring your bottom down, lift your toes off the mat. Do that one more time. Up and down. Uncross your legs. Just come into an easy boat pose. Fingertips towards the, your feet. Look between the third eye if you can with your eyes closed. Long, slow, deep breathing. So we're slowing our pace down. We're going to hold these for a while. This is just activating ourselves. This is allowing ourselves to warm up in a way with less movement. Pull the knees to your chest, and the knees away. And the knees to your chest, knees away. You can do that 2 more times. Knees to your chest, knees away. Knees to your chest, knees away. One more time, knees to your chest. Cross your ankles, stand up, and with your ankles crossed, just turn around. Woo. And see a different place in the room. Shake out your head. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers to the webbing, keep your head down. Slowly begin to take your arms over your head. Breathe here. You can bend your knees. You can keep your chest glued towards your left thigh. Press your right leg straight and look over your right shoulder. You take your hands towards the left. Big breath in. Big breath out. And one more. And come back, chest to the thighs, hands over the head. Move your head in a figure of 8. Or semicircle if you can't figure it out, that's all good. Then glue your chest to your right thigh, straighten your left. Look over your left shoulder. Hands fall towards the right. Slowly bring the hands back to center. Both legs are straight or bent, whatever it needs. Release the fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, you're going to come halfway up. Think about shoulder blades coming towards each other. And exhale, folding. You can walk your hands closer towards your feet and curl your forehead towards your knees. If you touch your forehead towards your knees, curling the spine as much as you can. Inhale, halfway up. Walk your fingers forward to the hands right under the shoulders. Then again, exhale, fold and curl your spine, chin to chest. If you touch your forehead towards your knee. Inhale, come halfway up. Again, fold in one more time. Stay here and breathe. Press equally to both feet. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Slowly begin to roll up. Vertebra by vertebra. Your head's going to be the last thing that comes up. As the head comes up, start to roll the shoulders back. Up and back. Up and back. Just close your eyes here. Next time, we roll the shoulders up. Float the arms up towards the sky. You're going to interlace your fingers all the way towards the index webbing, and then the index finger straight and the thumbs are parallel. Arms are straight over the crown of your head. Look straight ahead of you. Press into the soles of the feet. Exhale towards the left side, body stretch. Like a half moon. Stay here and breathe. Eyes are closed, feet are firm on the mat. It's like the tree has to have these deep roots. So feel the roots in your toes and your feet and your soul grow to the center core of Mother Earth, rooting down. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, opposite side. Stay here and breathe. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Wiggle your nose. Wiggle your tongue. Make sure everything's relaxed. Breathe. 2 more big breaths. Press equally into both feet. 1 more. Inhale, come through center. Stay here. Reach up. Exhale, slowly back bending. As much as you can. You can bend your knees a little bit. You're lifting your chin, your chest. Stay here and breathe. One more. Inhale, come through to center. Palms touch. Exhale, slide the hands down through the midline. The first going to stop at the third eye. You're going to anoint. And down to your lips, and they're going to anoint. And into your heart, and your thumbs will anoint your heart. Take a big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. And take another big inhale. So exhale, chin to your chest. I invite you to set an intention for this practice, intention for this full moon, intention for igniting this place of your inner guidance, your higher vision, your new perspective in life. Astrology is in fact asking us to have a new perspective. It's time for us to let go fully and completely. The past is in the past, and we stand here at future's new door. That's Sagittarius there, right there. Press into your feet, lift your head to neutral, inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to swan dive down, heart leads, head towards the knees, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and you're going to take your left foot behind your right, so crossing your ankles here. You're going to walk your hands towards the right side. And then bring your weight towards your left hip. Dip your head between your arms and breathe. You should feel stretch all the way from your back ankle, your left ankle through that left hip. Stay here. Use your hands to walk yourself all the way towards that right side. Squeeze your inner legs together. Take another deep breath. And we'll bring the hands forward and cross the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and maybe grab onto your ankles and pull yourself in, curl the forehead towards the knee. And then inhale, halfway lift. This time, right leg crosses behind the left. And walk the hands towards the left side of the mat. You can walk your hands as far as they can go, and then lean your weight back towards that right hip. You should feel this strange stretch up the side of the leg here. So just breathe into that stretch, whatever you feel. It's just fascia in the body. Just linger in here. And so if you breathe in that indigo color, you can see your whole body filled with that indigo color, and it slides under your skin to the fascia. And it allows that fascia to soften, so that you become more supple and adaptable on the walk. Walk your hands back towards the midline of the mat and cross the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn the toes out as you sink your hips towards your heels, Malasana, hands at the place of your heart. Squeeze your elbows towards your knees and drop your tailbone down. Bring the tip of the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. Look through the place of your third eye. Squeeze the knees to your elbows, elbows to your knees. Let's take 2 more big breaths. So this is so good for us. This is grounding and it's rooting and it's allowing us to be stable in our life. Hands down towards the mat. Simply step back to a high plank. Hands right under the shoulders. Look straight down towards the ground. Micro bend your arms. If you need to, you can always come down to your knees too here. You're going to take a breath in through the nose, a double breath. So it'll sound like this. Then out through the mouth, double breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. When you breathe in, make your navel go big. As you breathe out, squeeze your navel to your lower spine. Again. Two more. One more. Knees, chest, chin down towards the mat. Stay here. Your bottom's up in the air. Point the feet back. Roll your shoulders to your ears as you bring your thighs flat. Press into the hands. A little cobra. Bend the knees. Bring the big toes to touch. Child's pose. Take a big breath in here. Full breath out. We're going to inhale, come into a tabletop with our navel dripping down like a cow. Tuck your toes as you press into a cat position. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your sit bones, cow. Exhale, round your spine into that cat. Tucking your tailbone as far as you can. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Move with your breath. Eyes are closed. Tip the tongue behind the two front teeth. The gaze is between the eyebrows. Articulate your spine as much as you can. Now, there's an invitation here. You can carry on going almost like at a slow pace. If you want, you can go at a slightly faster pace. If you want to do that, point your toes back, bring your big toes to touch. You don't have to flick your head, but you're going to move your spine. So it'll be an inhale, exhale. Like this. And I invite you to explore this and try it out. Go a little faster. What feels comfortable to you, or even faster if it feels comfortable. Keep going. Inhale, hold the breath. Bring your hips to your heels. Keep holding the breath. Stay here with the breath in. Now open the mouth. Exhale the breath out through the mouth. Stay where you are. You're going to inhale and hold the breath. Find Mula Bandha right at the base of your pelvic floor. Draw that into your body. Imagine you can tuck the tailbone a little bit more down. Squeeze your navel in. Squeeze your chin to your chest. Keep squeezing the breath in. And then exhale all the breath out. Inhale, come to a tabletop position. Close your eyes. Look straight down towards the mat. You can tuck your right toes under. Extend your left leg straight back. Find your left hand, press into your left hand. Take the right hand forward. Look straight down towards the mat. Your eyes can be closed here. If you need to peek, maybe they're 1/10 open so you can see the ground. It will help with your balance. Stay here and breathe. You can either do this with your eyes closed or your eyes open. You can inhale, lift your hand and your foot. Then exhale, knee, ankle, elbow touch. Inhale, extend. Again, under the body, you touch, extend, and touch. And extend one more. This time as you touch, stay here. Squeeze the navel in. Squeeze your elbow toward your knee. Another deep breath. Extend arm and leg. Now you're going to bend that left knee. You're going to take your right hand back. You can find the inside of your left foot. You're going to press the foot up and back. Up and back. Micro bend your left elbow just a little so you're not overstraightening it. Up and back. One more. Then release the foot back, the hand back. Then hand to the mat, knee to the mat. Move through a couple of slow cat-cows. You can point your feet back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round your spine, tucking the tailbone. Keep moving with your breath. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Again, opportunity here to try out your balance with your eyes closed. Tuck your toes under. This time you can extend the right leg back. Find your right palm firmly planted on the mat, then extend your left hand forward. Maybe you close your eyes, or maybe they're 1/10 open, whatever it is you need. So you can find stability. Go between open eye closed and see what it feels like. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more breath. So you can lift the foot and the hand higher. Now exhale, knee and elbow together. Touch. Extend. And touch. Extend. And touch. Move your breath. 2 more. 1. Touch. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. This is good for your brain. Extend. And touch. Keep your your right toes and tuck them under. You're going to place the toes on the mat. Step your left foot to meet your right. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then lift your hips downward facing down. Let your head melt down towards the mat. Move your head in a figure of 8 or semicircle, whatever feels good. Make your arms nice and long. Breathe in here. I'm going to breathe out. Inhale, right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, knee comes under the body, so you can touch your left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Exhale, under the body. You do this for the brain. Touch the elbow. One more time. Touch that left elbow. The knee to know. Step the foot lightly forward. Back heel comes down towards the mat. Legs are strong. You're going to press into your feet. We're going to rise up and find a warrior 1. Now interlace your fingers. Index finger straight, thumbs are parallel. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and back. Tip of the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. Close your eyes here. You're going to inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Couple more, straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Get the arms at a T. You're going to cross the left arm over the right. You can either hold onto your opposite shoulder blades, or see if you can find a Garudasana arms. Press the hands away from your shoulder blades back, and then take your thumbs between your eyebrows. Stay here and breathe. One more big breath. Throw your shoulder blades slightly back. Then release the hands all the way up towards the side. You're going to open up into a warrior 2. Bend into this right knee. Back foot lightly opens up. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Open your palms towards the sky. Look over your second middle finger. Then we're going to press into the front foot. We're going to inhale, bring the hands together. And exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Looking at that tip of the finger or to the tip of your nose. We're doing this with your eyes closed. Then becoming a little deep each time. Bend into the front knee, stay here. We're going to straighten the front leg. We're going to inhale, bring the body forward. As if you can touch that right shin. And we're going to come up to neutral. We're going to exhale, come down. So we can touch the shin. Inhale, back up. And exhale, come down so you can touch the shin. Back up. This time stay down. So we're in this, we teach a trick in us a triangle pose. Your right hand can either be on your leg, but not leaning into it, or on the side of your leg. Maybe you can touch the ground. Left hand right over your left eye. And if you want to, you take thumb to the index finger and look up, look straight, you can look down towards the ground. Stay here and breathe. This right hip, tuck it underneath you, squeeze your legs towards the midline. Close your eyes. Feel in this place how you can expand. Remember, Jupiter is all about expansion. Opening up your intuition is about expanding your mind. So at this perfect pinnacle point, placed in this cosmos to open our minds. Everything is asking you to change the way you think, to see life differently. Take another deep breath in here. Float this top hand down. Bring the back knee down and turn your right toes out. You take the right hand onto this right knee, and then swing your hips side to side. A gentle hip stretch. Maybe close your eyes, it feels good. Nurturing, bring your awareness to your breath, your breathing, your belly expanding. Again, asking yourself what it is that you need right now. Allow your mind to open up, to let go of the past, to see a new opportunity, a new future. Let go of all that old thinking. It is time, it is time, it is time. Hands on the inside of your right leg, tuck your back toes under, and simply step back. Downward facing dog. Let the head hang down. We want the crown of the head down towards the ground. We want all the blood to flow into our eyes, into our brain. And take a big breath in through the nose. Full breath out through the mouth. You can stick it to your tongue like a lion's breath. Again, big full breath in. Out through the mouth. Make your breaths longer and longer. One more. Make your right foot heavy, left leg spirals up. Exhale, knee across the body, touch that right elbow. Back up towards the sky as you inhale. Exhale across your body so you can touch. Inhale back up. Exhale under the body so you can touch the knee to nose. Step the foot lightly forward. Back heel to the mat. Make your legs strong before you come up, and don't use your back, use your legs to lift the body up. Stabilize yourself. It feels like your feet are too narrow. Lift your right, widen that stance. Bring the arms out towards the sky. Interlace the fingers again. Index fingers straight, thumbs are parallel. Pull your shoulders up and back. Find a place to view your drishti. Your eyes are closed. Always eyes are soft in yoga. Soften your face, soften your lips. Bring the tip of the tongue behind the two front teeth. Smile. Press into your front foot as you inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep moving with your breath, straighten. And bend. This is so good for you to press your feet into the ground and feel your feet, your groundedness. This is so good for strengthening your hips. Bring stability from within. A couple more. Straighten. Bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And stay as you bend. Bring the arms out of T. This time left goes under right. Garudasana arms. Again, you can hold your opposite shoulder. Float your thumbs to rest between your third eye. Make sure the elbows are the same height as your shoulders and pull your shoulder blades back. Breathe here. One more. Inhale, swing arms back out towards the sky. Exhale, open up warrior two. Like you open the back toes. This time your hip bones are facing parallel to the side of your mat. Your knees right over your ankle bone. Lift your arms up. Turn the palms up. Look at your middle finger. And sink into your front knee. Soften your eyes. Now press into your front foot. You can inhale, straighten the legs. Hands come up. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale up. Exhale, bend into the front. Maybe close your eyes. Straighten. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. And bend. One more time. Straighten. Bring the hands back to neutral. Keep the legs straight. To chin your chest. Inhale, exhale. So reach your body as far forward as you can and dip that left hand down, right hand comes up. You're going to touch that shin and then you're going to inhale, come up to neutral. Maybe do this with your eyes closed. Touch. Up to neutral. Remember, always lengthening your body over that front leg. Touch. And neutral. Touch and stay. Now the hand can either rest on your leg, but not resting all the way. You just want to hold on. Or the hand down to the ground. The fingers can be on the mat, on the inside or the outside. Your fingertips are down. Tense your hand. Don't think about trying to get it flat. Tense your fingers or use a block or a can of beans or a brick or a pillow or whatever it is. Press into your feet. Lengthen the underside of your body as you shorten the top side. You can look toward your top hand. You can take the thumb to the index finger. Let your head rest wherever it needs to be, either looking down to the ground or straight ahead or up to the top hand. Breathe in. One more. And now you're going to float this top hand down towards the mat. Turn your left toes out. Bring the back knee all the way down. You're going to lean into that right hand as you press that left knee away from you, opening the chin in your chest. Stay, and now you can sway your hips side to side, whatever it is that you need. Let's take two more. One more. Listen carefully. Left hand on the inside of that left foot. Lift up your back knee and step that back foot forward. Coming back into Malasana. Hands are going to come to the place of the heart. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. See if you can grab a cushion or a pillow or something to sit on, or a blanket under your bottom. You're going to sit onto the edge of that and then heel toe your feet together and the soles together. You let the knees fall out. So Baddha Konasana. And I'll give you a moment here. Do a little in a spiral on your thighs. That always helps. The most important thing here, this is a little bit of an alignment thing. And I want you to try it out. Remember, we're learning new things. We're allowing our mind to receive new opportunities, new perceptions. Close your eyes. Don't matter if your knees are up here, that's totally fine. If your knees are on the ground, that's totally fine. But try this out. You're going to hold onto your feet. You make a little basket. You hold onto your feet. Your feet, if you look down at them, each sole is pressing equally into the other. So close your eyes, sit up tall. Likely think you can bring your tailbone a little bit forward to find that Mula Bandha. Now press your soles, your feet equally as you inhale. Press the soles together. As you're pressing your soles together, bring your awareness to like the creases of your groins. If you could use your x-ray vision, you'd go in there and you'd actually see that as you press your soles together, space happens in this area of your groins here, in your hips, the socket, which allows you then to pull the knees gently down towards the mat. So every time you inhale, press the soles of your feet together, you'll find that space right in your groins and your hip joints. And then as you exhale, pull the outer edges of your knees down. Keep doing that. Yeah, I've done that, and I can already feel that my knees are down towards the ground. When I first started, my knees were higher up. And then you'll find a space where you just be still. You're going to hold into the soles of the feet. We're going to bring the tip of the tongue just behind the two front teeth. You're going to open your eyes. Now you're not looking at anything specific, but listen. Connect to your breath and your breathing. You're going to find one thing to look at. You're going to look at it, no judgment, not staring at it for any particular reason. Just look at it. Now see if you can soften your vision so it almost becomes a little bit blurry. But what you're trying to do is as you soften your vision is looking at it, you're opening up the outer part of your vision, your peripheral vision. I'll tell you a little secret here. Maybe you know this already. But if you've ever thought you've seen something moving in the distance, like beyond your vision here, and then you turn your head to look and it's gone, but you swear you thought you saw something. They call this our spiritual vision, this higher perspective, this peripheral vision. So if you look at whatever you're looking at, soften your gaze upon it. So if you're trying to open the sides of your eyes as if you had comedian eyes. And then simply close your eyes and let your eyes rest in your head. Find your breath in your body. You're going to breathe in through the nose. You're going to purse your lips. Out through the lips. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. You can open your eyes. Without turning your head, you're going to gaze towards the right. You're going to turn your eyes. So don't turn your head. Trying to see your right ear. Or maybe trying to see the thing that's behind you. But don't turn your head. Just turn your eyes. Take a breath in here. You can breathe out through the mouth. So we're letting go of anything that no longer serves us. Anything we've seen. maybe towards that more feminine aspect in our lives, females in our lives, what we thought about our future. Bring your eyes back to center, close your eyes, let them rest in your skull. Take a big breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And open your eyes, not looking at anything specific. Now with your head still straight, turn your eyes towards the left. So I said that wrong, so I thought I was doing left. So the other side was masculine and past. We're turning our eyes towards the left. It's more that feminine aspect is to the future. We'll do it again each side so we can really look into that place, whatever it is that we need to let go of. Big breath in. Full breath out through the mouth. Bring your eyes back to neutral, close your eyes. You can open the eyes, looking past whatever you're seeing. Now turn your eyes and look towards the right. So the right is actually, it's past, masculine aspects, men in our lives, father figures, brothers, uncles. Anything from our past. Anything we've seen that's hurt us visually, that has clouded our vision. Slowly bring your eyes back to center, close your eyes. Remember, this eclipse energy is so powerful because, well, this eclipse energy is powerful no matter what. It just amplifies this full moon. Open your eyes, look past, and then look towards the left, so that feminine aspect, mothers, sisters, aunts, all women, co-workers, friends of all sorts, right? How we've looked into the future, maybe our imagination has been dulled by other people's words because they told us stop to, not real, it's not reality. Maybe they say you wear rose-colored glasses, but now you can say, yeah, I'm glad I do. Bring your eyes back to center, close your eyes. Now with the eyelids closed, again, you're going to gaze towards the right. Now you're going to take your eyes from the right all the way up with your eyes closed as if you're gazing to your eyebrows. And then you're going to bring them towards the left as if you're trying to gaze towards the left side or to your left ear. And then you're going to bring them down as if you're trying to gaze towards your navel. And we're going to make that circle. We're going to go right, up top, to the left, and down. Do that circle one more time. Right, up, left, and down. And then just let your eyes rest in your head. Feel how the eyelids rest over your eyes. With the eyelids closed, we're going to gaze towards the left, then up to your eyebrows, to the right, down to your toes or your navel. 2 more times. Eyelids closed. Once you finish that circle, let your eyes rest. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. You can use your elbows on your inner thighs. Your spine, keep it straight. Stay and breathe. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. Make any adjustments that you need. Eventually you'll bring your forehead, your chin, your chest down towards the mat in front of your feet. Take another deep breath. Now curl your chin to your chest, so you try to bring your crown of your head into the soles of your feet. If your soles of your feet were open, Baddha Konasana C. Stay here and breathe. And we're going to slowly begin to roll up, vertebra by vertebra. The head's going to be the last thing that comes up. Bring your hands behind. If you're sitting on your blanket, just move that out from under your bottom. You can, in fact, if you have a pillow, you can place it in front of you. You're going to spread your legs wide open. Make sure your heels are on your blanket here. Do this little inner rotation, your inner thighs. So Upavishta Konasana. If you need something else, you can bring a blanket on top of that thing. Whatever you have, you can bring 2 pillows. We're going to bring our body forward over a blanket, over a pillow. Maybe your elbows are resting on it or your elbows on the floor. First, think about your spine being straight. You can bring your palms together. You can inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Listen carefully as we inhale. Imagine that your pelvis can tilt forward. It's like that the cow position. And then as you exhale, round it like the cat. So as you inhale, your pelvis tilts forward, like the cow position. And then as you exhale, you're going to round your spine. So it's just the tilting through your pelvis. It might be micro movements. So these micro movements are going to help loosen the joints, help loosen your lower spine. This is therapeutic. So instead of us doing, this is us letting go. That's why this is more of a yin experience. That Thursday, Jupiter, heavy guru energy wants us to be still. New moons ask us, or not new moons, full moons, all moon days, I should say. We practice a little bit less. We don't do as much when it's a moon day. And the next time you inhale, your pelvis feels like it's in that forward tilt. See if you can go a little bit lower. Maybe you bring your thumbs to the place of your third eye, prayer mudra, whatever it feels right to you. Where the thumbs rest onto the third eye, feel that intention of anointing your intuitions, recalibrating that space of your inner guidance, acknowledging your higher vision. Again, let your breath be your guide. At any time that you feel, you sense that there's something that comes up for you. If it's a thought that reoccurs, you're just thinking about like, oh, I need to go boil the kettle. That's a thought. It doesn't have to be a major thought. It could just be a simple annoying thought because your ego is trying to get your attention. Just blow out through your lips. Let it all go. Maybe you find yourself getting a little bit lower. Maybe this time you rest yourself down. You can even make a little pillow with your hands. Or if you can't, you just stay where you are, hands at the thumbs. Or if you want to, you can take your fingers into your hair, onto your scalp, and do a little bit of self-care, self-nurturing, self-loving. Loving you. As you love you, the universe loves you. Because you and the universe are one. As you love you, you love me. Because you and me are one. And this is us reawakening to that aspect, that idea that as I rub my scalp and I'm rubbing your scalp, you're experiencing the same joy, the same healing. Because it is my intention to hold you in the space of healing. And the Jupiter holds Sagittarius holds that vision. Let's take another deep breath here. And then release your hands down towards the ground. Rest completely. And then to walk your hands a little bit in towards us, and then towards our right leg. You're going to take your right hand flat on the mat. Palm's going to face up. See if you can hook the thumb underneath the Achilles tendon. And you take the left arm up towards the sky, and then over the ear. So you can stretch it. You either stretch it over your ear, or you can place the hand behind your head, or see if you can find your right toe. And you look underneath your left armpit. Breathe here. Whatever feels right. You can even hold the foot on the outer edge. Let's see if we can do a nice side body gate stretch. An opening of the side body, Parigasana. Whatever's in your practice, sense into what it is that you need, reconnecting to that finite self of your being, that tender self. We take 2 more big breaths. And remembering to, as you're breathing in that ray of the indigo light that is anointing you from the inside out. Your cells are shimmering to the indigo. It's a vibration. It's a new frequency. It's an upgrading. Take another deep breath. And release your feet. And you're going to hovercraft your body across to the opposite side. You can place whatever it was in front of you out the way if it's in your way. And you can first hook the thumb underneath the Achilles, or you can hold onto that left foot. You take the right arm up, stretch it up, and then either you can bend the elbow, place the hand behind your head, or the arm over your ear. Maybe you can find your big toe, maybe find the outer part of your left foot. And you lift up your right elbow. And bring my right hip back down towards the mat. Stay here and breathe. Don't strain too much. If you find yourself straining because you can't breathe, back off. Rather find space than trying to do too much. That's our normal way of being. We've been forced into doing too much. We've been forced into this place of anxiety. Let us back off. Let us find spaciousness again. Let us create this new earth, this new human race, this new opportunity. Letting go of the past, fully and completely. When we let go of the past, we open the new door to a new way. That's the Sagittarian way. And they say next year we're moving into, officially, it's an astrological alignment that coincides with spring into the Aquarian age. So we've just been transitioning. Let's take another deep breath. And release your hands down towards the mat again. You're going to hovercraft yourself to the center line of your mat. See if you can come a little bit deeper than you were before. Sometimes that works when we do this. Let your body be relaxed. And hands down the mat. You're going to curl yourself all the way up. For a moment here, I'm going to keep our legs where we are. Where they are. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Look up, twist towards the right. Left hand comes across the body towards your right knee. Right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now you can drop your left ear to your left shoulder and walk your right hand away from you. Your nice side neck stretch as we twist through the spine. Connecting to your breath. Each inhale, find length. Each exhale, deeper twist. Let your belly move with your breath. Flexibility, adaptability is what is required. One more. Inhale, bring the head back to center as you raise the hands up towards the sky. Exhale towards the opposite side. Right hand comes across, it holds onto that left knee, left hand behind the spine. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, twist. Now you can take the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe move your nose softly side to side a little bit. Whatever it is that you need. Again, each inhale, you're going to find length. Each exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, come through center, hands up. Exhale, hands to place the heart. Take a moment here. Be silent, be still. Slide your hands down your knees. You're going to find the creases of your down your legs. Find the crease of your knees. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to bring your legs together. And let's inhale, bring the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down next to the hips. As we inhale, you lift the chin to the chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Legs are strong. Dandasana. Look down to the tip of your nose. Long, slow, deep breathing. Two more. One more. Inhale, bring the arms up. Look up. Exhale, keep the legs where they are. You're going to slowly lower your body down towards the mat. So you're taking your time, a little reverse sit up, if you will. You can get your sticky space and stop. Come out of your sticky space, come back up. And again, roll down until you get to a sticky space, and you're going to stop. Close your eyes, listen to your breath, smooth it out. Nothing is as hard as it seems. Much easier if we surrender into it. Lift back up. And one more time, we're going to find that sticky space, rolling down slowly, slow as you can go until you find sticky spot. Hang out in sticky spot and smile. And then come all the way down. As you come down, bend the knees to the chest. Hold onto your knees, rocking side to side. Coming back to where we were at the beginning of class. Hands on the knees. Pull the knees to the chest. So inhale, straighten the arms, press the knees into the hands. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, straighten the arms. This time, knees to chest. Press all your breath out. Inhale here. Take your arms wide and then wrap them around your knees. As you exhale, bring your forehead towards your knees. Stay here, empty your breath. And when you need to, let your head come all the way down towards the mat. And then allow your soles of your feet to come to the mat. Now slide one leg out straight. And then the next. You're going to rest your left hand on your navel. You take your right hand, you're going to bend the elbow. You're going to take Vishnu Mudra, so that means that you're going to take your index finger, the middle finger together. They're going to be straight, and you're going to rest your thumb, your right thumb on the outside of your right nostril, and your ring finger and baby finger are together. And then those two middle fingers are going to rest on your third eye. Find your breath in your body, and press all the breath out. You can inhale through both nostrils. Out through both. And you're going to seal the right nostril with your thumb. You're going to inhale through the left. You're going to seal. And then exhale through the right. You're going to inhale right. You're going to seal, exhale left. Keep breathing like that. Inhale left. Seal, other side. Inhale right. Seal, exhale left. Keep breathing like that. And then gently release your hand down once you've exhaled out through the left nostril last. Let your body rest on the ground. Finding that resting space. Just becoming aware of your body, the senses, the sensations, the feelings. Take another deep breath here. Exhale out through the mouth. Feel this invitation to surrender. You come to us from another world, from beyond the stars and void of space, transcendent, pure, unimaginable beauty, bringing with you the essence of love. You transform all who are touched by you. Mundane concerns, troubles, and sorrows dissolve in your presence, bringing joy to ruler and ruled, to peasant and king. You bewilder us with your grace. All evils transform into goodness. You are the master alchemist. You light the fire of love in earth and sky, in heart and soul of every being. Through your love, existence and non-existence merge. All opposites unite. All that is profane becomes sacred again. Very, very slowly into reawakened mind and body, finding the space where you reside, this place where you are, connecting to the senses, the feelings, the connections, the interconnectedness that your body is so alive to receiving. As you stay here in this place, wiggle your toes, fingers, your nose, inviting your awareness to grow through you, investigating the spaces around you, touching the air. Now the wiggling to turn into little movements in the wrists, in the feet, even the nose, eyelashes, forehead, making little circles with the wrists and the hands, and point and flex the feet. Your next breath, take your arms over your head and then reach, stretch. See what the body needs. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Squeeze your eyeballs to your eyelids to your eyeballs. And then roll to whichever side feels comfortable, curling the knees to your chest. Resting on your side, body curling into a tiny ball. This is such an important time, this reawakening back into the world. The seed that's now germinated. And within you is this divine design imprinted within you. The imaginable cells within you are ready to burst forth and to blossom in the world. So look into your intuitions, your intentions, and give yourself permission for the next couple of days to flow with your intuitions, with every decision that you have to make, big or small. Maybe even as small as what should I have for breakfast. Feeling into the senses as sensual self. And find the hands on the earth. Give thanks as we to Mother Earth for all her nourishment and nurturement. And then press down into the earth to find a seat. And bring our hands to the place of our heart. Atma Anjali. Find your breath in your body. Press all your breath out. Let's take a breath in as one. Exhale, chin to chest. Offering gratitude for life, for our ability to be awake, ability to see clearly, to hold a higher vision for self and for all. Close your thumbs to the place of your third eye, honoring that space of your inner guidance, your intuition, that Ajna Chakra. And so from my heart to yours, may you always be blessed. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to stick around for a moment, I'll shuffle the deck. I actually have two decks. You'll see the deck's really big. This happens a lot. My cards just get intermingled and then it becomes one deck, and I'm totally fine with that. I think they are also totally fine with that too. The other day I had like 4 decks in the thing, and I was like, that was getting too much to shuffle. So let us see. We're here to grow. We have this higher vision. We have the Sagittarius full moon. That's about truth. It's about freedom. 2020 is about this higher, like coming back into the heart, being in love with the universe. Also, 2020 has 7 eclipses. Normally there's about 4 eclipses in a year. So there's something different about 2020. You can all say yes to that. There's this thing with the great attractor. It's a 1 degree conjunction or angle with the great attractor. So this precognition is coming in for all of us. We've been activated now during this full moon, this eclipsing moon. We have Venus retrograde in Gemini, the place of the mind. It's been asked again, come back into the place of your heart, reviewing that, reviewing what we value, reviewing how we love in the world, reviewing all our relationships in the world. We have the Pluto Capricorn thing going on, Jupiter in Capricorn. So there's a lot of stuff happening for all of us. So how can we be more intuitive in our decisions? How can we stand in that place of liberation and freedom and truth? Hold that image in your mind. Let us see what is revealed to us today. And I've seen this card, actually this particular card last year came probably, I used to do a reading every Friday, and it came probably 4 or 5 times in a row, which was kind of eerie. And I do shuffle my decks quite well, and it's kind of impossible to get the same card. But there's this passageway, it's called Golden Path. And it's almost reminds me of when Moses parted the seas. I'll show you the card when we finish. There's these like trees, if you will, or it could be waves, but it looks like it could be trees. But there's this golden path that shines through. And then there's this orb of light. Let's see if I can show you the card. So there's this orb of light right at the top here. And this orb of light is what's attracting us. So this great attractor is attracting us into this new vision, this future vision of what it is that we want. There's all this love here. I did a video last night and I decided not to post it. And I probably won't post it because of what's going on in the world right now. But I shared this thing about, I've had this vision for a while. It just came out of the blue, and I saw it very clearly, where I saw, how do you change somebody's consciousness? How do you change somebody that's about to beat another person or, do something despicable, right? Harm each other, harm another person another way, or harm an animal in any way, or pollute the earth. How do you change their consciousness? If you went up to the person and said, hey, stop, they'll probably punch you in the face, right? So how do you change their consciousness? And this vision was showing me, it wasn't me coming up with it, was a vision of love, and it was almost like the shift in consciousness, and it was earth. I saw earth, and I caught the sonic boom, and I saw this like flash where it went to this tiny little ball, and then all of a sudden it went poof. And then it was like almost everybody's mindset was shifted. Everyone's consciousness was shifted to a frequency of love. I don't know what it is. I saw it, called the sonic boom. I just tell people about it. Maybe this will happen. But this is the color I saw. It's a soft, like rose quartz pink all around. So maybe it is leading us. And I always say maybe. It seems like maybe. We look at the world. There's a division in the world, which is this. There's a great division in the world. But there's this golden light that it's shining on the truths. This is this full moon night. It's shining on the truths. It wants us to see the truth. Eris is doing a square with Pluto. I wrote this down, which is all about, she's like, brings change in the world, especially when it's like, she's kind of like Mars, she disrupts the world. And this will make us run up against governments. It's really interesting. But she's the warrior of freedom to wake us up. So this is happening. We have been woken up. The cosmos is waking us up. It's time for us to hold a vision of love. This is the golden path. If this is Aquarius, that is the age of Aquarius, the golden age, we are being led to this. So in order for us to overcome the old way of thinking, which this eclipse is looking at, this old way of thinking, to eclipse it out, we ourselves have to hold that new vision. That was in this message that I recorded last night, was that we have to hold this vision. The card that came in on this vision was embrace. And I'll show you this card too. This was from last night's reading, which I didn't post. And it was interesting too. I'll show you. If you see, the head at the back looks darker than the body in the front. And yesterday I kept seeing these art. It was art pieces. It was pictures. It was a video of, you know, white and black coming together, colored skin to white skin, however you want to say that, right? But it's this embrace, and this is all. There's like a heart over their heads here too. There's hearts over their head. They having this consciousness of love, of loving, embracing. This is what we need to do. We've been in this place of separation, of being separated. And it's time now, this place of embrace. Embrace. And I want to read you something else that, I don't know where it is, but it had this thing of separation. I'm not sure if it's in this thing, but I'll read this anyway, because this is what I read last night too. It says, if the storms of temptation arise, if you crash against the rocks of tribulation, look to the star, call upon Mary. If you toss about on the waves of pride and ambition, of slander and hostility, look to the star, call upon Mary. If you begin to be swallowed by the abyss of depression and despair, think of Mary. In dangers, in anxiety, in doubt, think of Mary, call upon Mary. When you are terrified by judgment or in despair, think of Mary. For if she holds you, you will never fail. If she protects you, you need not fear. May I, O Mary, always remember these words. And Mary, it's Mother Mary. There's also the thing about the star too, which I thought was interesting. There's a whole lot of synchronicity behind that. But the star too with Venus, you can see in your birth chart where Venus is, whether she is a morning star or an evening star, and all that is significant. But there is a change that's happening too in astrology, where we'll be seeing Venus coming into the morning star too. So look to the morning star, look to Mary and call her into our life. So let us be in this place of embracing love on this golden path. They're asking us to be in love, to think of, to be in this place of higher vision. So hopefully all that makes sense to you. So my dear ones, I thank you for being here and staying a little bit longer for this extra bit of the reading. And I will see you all again soon. If you wish to, you can always unmute yourself. But namaste. I love you.